What's going on? Sip, sip. Welcome back to the channel. But as I was listening to the Ricky Smiley morning show this morning, one of the things they were talking about is being raised back in the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. And, back then, it was more prevalent or you were more prone to get your butt whooped than it is now. And so they were, most of the morning show people were calling in and talking about, how they were raised and being whooped, being punished, and some people were abused, you understand, back, And so one of the guys called in and he made a nice comment. He made a very relevant comment when he said that we got whooped when I was coming up, but I think most of our whippings came from not from what we did that was against the rules or against what my mother said. We got whooped out of frustration with the current economic times, our living conditions, and the stress that my mama felt. And when he said that, I was like, damn, I feel the same way because I got whooped, but I did shit that I knew I wasn't supposed to do. But I think I may have gotten talked to, or I would have got less severe whoopings had the economic times been a little better, our financial standing would have been a little better, and if my mother, wasn't as stressed out as she was. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes she could be angry at something and then you may just get a whooping, just because you standing right there. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. So I want to know that, because my son he may have got 3 or 4 whippings that I can remember or recall, as he got older, but his mother protected him. But I want to know, how do you feel about punishment? Because what were they calling it this morning? I think they were calling it a softer tone, to where they talk to kids and that's not nice. No, we don't do that. They were saying that a lot of times kids now are being raised with that kind of tone and that kind of attitude to where, oh, we don't do that. That's not acceptable. And kids are being raised like that. Back when we got growing up, they were getting punished. You were getting whipped or going to get a switch. So I want to know, how do you feel about that? And does the softer tone work? Because I believe at some point you got to snatch a kid up and say, listen here, little something. You better stop that nonsense. I'm going to tear your butt up. Because sometimes kids don't respect that. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's go to timeout. I don't know if that's how they raise school shooters or what, but that don't work for a lot of kids. You understand what I'm saying? That timeout type of stuff. So I just want to know, what is the attitude? What is the consensus on getting spanked? Did you spank your kids, or do you just work with your kids and talk real gentle to them and say, no, we're not going to do that? Or do you, because the Bible talks about spare the rod. The Bible talks about whipping kids because they know we have a rebellious, I think they knew that we have a rebellious spirit in us. And sometimes you got to smack that bad boy out of you. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know. What are your thoughts? And especially, here's a whole nother conversation, is that women will raise a kid or a child to live in their world, whereas a dad will raise a child to live in the world. Those are two totally different things. Again, a mom, a mother, and I'm not saying all of y'all because I get accused of lumping everybody into one group, and I may do it from time to time, but a mother will raise a child, especially a son, to live in his world. And a dad will try to raise that child to live in the world. They're two totally different things. So there are no terrorists. Comments are free. Likes are free. So can I get a can I get a thumbs up or a comment? Right? They're free. I don't have tariffs on them. Trump is not going to come pick you up. ICE is not going to pick you up because you left a comment or gave me the thumbs up. Y'all just have a good day, all right? Sip, sip.